Ariel Helwani in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, alongside Rick the Horror Story, who meets Demian Maia this Saturday night at UFC 153. And Rick, thank you very much for the time. Obviously, you're coming off a big win. You had the small losing streak, and you talked to me before that fight about the pressure you felt and just trying to switch things up going into that fight. You feel less pressure going into this fight now that you're back in the win column?
Yeah, coming in, I always put pressure on myself to win my fights. If I didn't, then I wouldn't be a fighter. But coming in, I got a clean slate. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to throw down.
Do you feel differently today going into 153 as you did a couple months ago in Atlantic City?
Yeah, definitely. I don't have the chopping block in front of me, and I'm ready to go in and put on a fight.
And you did win that fight, but you were criticized a little. It wasn't your best performance. It wasn't a flashy fight. Did that bother you?
Yeah, no, it didn't really bother me. I knew I was going to go out and, I was going to do what it takes to get the win, and I got the win. And I would like to do more, but you know what? I'll just have to do that when I fight Demian.
So your attitude going into that fight, win at all costs. Doesn't have to be flashy, just get the W.
Correct.
Now, going into this fight, you're fighting Demian Maia, who's obviously popular here in Brazil. His welterweight debut was very short, so you didn't get a really good look at him. What do you think of him as a welterweight as opposed to a middleweight?
I haven't really got to see too much of him. His fight with Demian Kim was actually only like 40-something seconds, so I guess I'm going to be the first one to test the waters, see what he can do at 170.
As far as the way he looked, do you think he is better served being a welterweight as opposed to a middleweight?
Yeah, he come out and he looked like he was in good shape and had a good stature to him. So, I don't really know.
This is a guy, obviously, we know his BJJ skills. I mean, one of the best in the world when it comes to jiu-jitsu. But he has evolved as a striker as well. What do you think of his overall game at this point?
So, he's tough. He's fought for the title. He's fought Anderson Silva for the title. He's very skilled. He's got dangerous groundwork, and his evolving striking is, I got to pay attention to it. It's just, it's another fight. Everyone's dangerous in this sport, and I just got to come with my A game.
Where would you like to see this fight play out?
I just like it to be aggressive. I like to be a fight, not real technical battle, but yeah, we'll see what happens.
Have you brought in any guys to train with you who resemble his style, particularly when it comes to the groundwork?
Didn't really bring anyone in. We traveled out. We went down to AKA and went down to San Francisco. Got some training with Jake Shields, and went through like a whole bunch of like simulation drills and drills. So I'm pretty prepared.
Is this the first time that you went to AK and went to train with Jake?
Yeah, actually, we went down to AKA before, like a couple years ago, and so it was the second time we went down there. It was the first time I got to train with Jake, though.
So did you do that specifically for this fight, or is that something that you're going to do from here on out?
It was something that we did specifically for this fight.
Now, interesting story that I want to get your take on. A couple of weeks ago, a guy you lost to last year, Charlie Brenneman, very famous fight, short notice, was released. And that was his, obviously, most famous moment. You were on the losing end of it, but you're still around, he's not. What do you make of that? Did you think it was the right call, considering the fact that he stepped up on short notice for the UFC?
It is what it is. You just got to win fights. And I'm sure the fate would have been the same for me if I would have lost another fight. So you just win.
This is your first time in Brazil?
Yeah, it is.
What do you think of it so far?
I like Brazil. It's nice. I didn't know what to expect when I was coming down here. I Googled the pictures and everything and see what I was coming into. But when I get here, it actually isn't that bad. It's pretty nice.
And how about the fan reception on Saturday night? I'm sure you've heard stories of how they are inside the arena. Are you expecting to be public enemy number one on Saturday?
I actually haven't heard too many stories of what it's like, but I'm putting in my mind right now that I'm probably going to get booed when I walk out.
All right, well, enjoy the ride, and good luck on Saturday night.
All right, thanks.